feel like winning is something that doesn't happen overnight. It takes day after day after day, grind after grind after grind. And once you win at what you're trying to fulfill, it's on to the next. You can't look back and just harp on the thing that you won. You have to continue to look forward and continue to build onto the next thing. But overall, winning nowadays is just being consistent. It's being disciplined, and it's doing what you said you would do. In order to get to where I am now, I feel like I didn't need to let go of too much. And that's the part that I love about what I'm doing is I still get to lean into sports. I still get to lean into creativity and all my passions and just fitness and everything that makes me who I am. I get to lean into it with this because Nubly Pot isn't just a clothing brand. It's a meaning. Like, don't forget where you started. Campfire, boom. So that's gonna be like the varsity is the campfire.
Okay.
And then with the yellow hoodie, we'll do like maybe some outside stuff.
Stepping out, yeah.
But I feel like everything as far as like full body should be in here.
Yeah.
All right.
This good, bro.
Rotate the journal a little to your left. Yeah, there we go.
Nah, those are test shots.
And just walk past us.
Yeah, keep walking.
Cool.
Perfect.
That's cool.
Yeah. So back in 2022, I was in the CFL. We were in training camp, and I was just wearing one of my T-shirts around camp, right? And people were asking me like, "What brand is that? Where'd you get that?" And I was just telling people, "I made it. I made it. I made it. It's mine." You know, that's what kind of gave me the impression that okay, people actually like it, right? But then, I got released from the CFL, and I was back at the house, and I was like, man, like, never in my wildest dreams would I imagine myself working to create somebody else's dream, you know, because that's how I think about it. I don't just have a job, like I'm doing somebody else's dream for them and making their dreams happen, and they're at home and they're on vacation and they're enjoying the fruits of my labor, right? So I was like, let me just create my brand, Nubly Pot. Let's go a full head of steam and let's make it happen, right? So I told Braylon, who's now the co-owner of the brand, I said, would you like to join the brand with me? And at first he said no. And I was like, you know what, like, okay. I didn't try to convince him or anything, right? But I just kept him in the know with how things were going. And I made this t-shirt, and it was a diss t-shirt, right? We were dissing gallery department, right? Because one of their mottos is art that kills. So I made a poem, and I was just talking about how like my art brings life and all that stuff. It was a pretty dope t-shirt. And he was like, wow, like I've never seen something like this before. And so he was like, okay, if you want to have me, I'll join in. So he joined in, and we ended up dropping our first collection in I want to say June of 2023, and we sold out, right? And that's when I knew it was real. I was like, okay, people are not only supporting us, but they're supporting the brand, because we had a ton of people that we didn't know ordering from us as well. So that's when it was real for me, in June 2023. And then fast forward a couple months, I want to say it's like November 2023 or December, Kai Cenat ended up wearing the brand. And we went viral, got over like millions of views on TikTok of him wearing the stuff. He wore it live on stream. And this was like the peak of Kai, like when he was like on the verge of blowing up. Like he was already big, but he was blowing up daily. So more and more people were tuning into his videos. And then the next drop after that, we sold out of everything in 5 minutes. So it was getting really real by then. So our last cinema with Dwayne was probably our best cinema to this day. And it was amazing. We got a lot of amazing feedback. People enjoyed it. The main message behind Dwayne's cinema was, you can be whoever you want to be, and you can do whatever you want to do. It's who you are, whatever you're passionate about. And at the end of the day, be unforgettable. My whole life, since I was 5 years old, I've played football or basketball or track. I've always been an athlete. I figured, okay, let me do something that is another challenge. And High Rocks is not something that you can just wake up and just go do.
Right, Rebecca and Deb are going to start with Ski, Omar, Stand back for you. Stand back.
And I'm thinking ain't no rubber. On the highway with my significant lover. On the highway and I'm thinking that I love her. On the highway and I'm thinking ain't no rubber. On the highway with my significant lover.
I'm looking forward to my first High Rocks event in France. I think it's May 22nd, I believe. It's going to be something where I'm going to learn a lot about myself. And I look forward to competing, but I don't want to just compete. I want to end up, when it comes down to it, I want to be one of the best to ever do it. So this is going to be my first competition in May, but it's not going to be my last. The legacy I want to leave behind is just somebody who did what they want to do. N'oublie pas, working out, that's just one aspect of my life, but I like adventures. You know, I like having fun. I like educating myself, learning. So at the end of the day, the legacy I want to leave behind is somebody that just did what they wanted to do when they wanted to do it, and they put the work in and the effort that needed to be done to get things done. In 5 years, the sky is the limit, for real. We've had a lot of meetings about what we want to do this year alone in 2026. So if everything happens the way it needs to happen and we're just consistent and disciplined and do what we need to do, in 5 years, life could look way different. So in 5 years, I just want to be the person that could look back and say, yeah, we did that shit.